Saints and Soldiers Avoid is a film that doesn't quite make it into the library of good war films like Saving Private Ryan. This movie is poorly paced, acted, and written. This movie has a low budget, but that does not automatically mean it's a bad film. But it needs to make up for the lack of money in areas that matter like acting, writing, and so forth. The issue with The Void, it comes close to hitting these key marks, but it misses with very clear results. It has brief flashes of greatness only to be taken back by the lazy character development, wooden acting, and just overall bad plot. Let's go over the plot of this film. Saints and Soldiers Avoid is a third film in a series of films under the name Saints and Soldiers. The movie is based around an M18 Hellcat tank crew.
I told you wrong. M18 isn't a tank, it's a tank destroyer.
Tank destroyer crew during the final weeks of World War II, shortly after Hitler committed suicide. The Hellcat gets ambushed by 3 Panzer Mark III tanks. Normally these tanks would not pose a threat, but the 37mm used on the Panzer III was able to slice through the thin armor of the Hellcat with ease, as the Hellcat's main armor is meant to stop machine gun rounds or shrapnel from bombs or artillery strikes. This is a plus I give the movie credit for, as even an old tank model such as this can pose a threat. It's a rather unique threat for this type of film. The story also follows a truck driver called Jesse Owens. He is the second main lead of the film. He used to be a Hellcat commander earlier in the war, but isn't anymore. Oddly enough, Jesse Owens is the only character in the movie to have any sort of character development or anything about him. His character is at odds with a guy called Curry Sims, who is for some reason a racist and is a dick to him throughout the entirety of the film for reasons unknown. Let's go over the other characters, shall we? First we got driver Ramrod.
I'll bet you if I asked her nice enough, she'd take me all the way back to Pocatello.
Don't mess with Ramrod.
He does have a first name, Mitchell, but everyone calls him Ramrod instead. Ramrod has his nickname on everything that he owns. We have Ramrod certified hats. He has his official Ramrod jacket. What is a Ramrod? What is it? I don't know. Using the powers of the Merriam-Webster dictionary, we found the definition of what Ramrod is. Well, his character is marked by rigidity or stiffness. We know absolutely nothing of his character except he's the driver of the Hellcat and that is it. We don't know his background, what he was doing before driving the Hellcat. We don't know what he's going to do after the war ends in a couple of days. He is just there to be sympathetic to Jesse Owens, and that's it. Next we got Curry Sims. He's a racist. Don't know why he's a racist. He just is.
This is a segregated army. I'm not going to take orders from him. I'm not going to take orders from a nigger.
At the end of the movie, he's not racist anymore. Why? I do not know. According to our buddy Ramroddy, Sims is...
He's a bit of an odd duck.
An odd duck? An odd duck? How is saying stuff like this again?
I'm not going to take orders from a nigger.
Implying that he is...
He's a bit of an odd duck.
Fun fact, he's the only one to have an arc. Not much of a character arc, but it's a character arc no less. Everyone else is the same when the movie started to when it ended. Sims the only one that sort of maybe changed. Don't know why, don't know how, but he did. Next we have Danny Boy. Why everyone wants to call him that, we don't know that either. Besides, everyone has to have a nickname. With Danny, we get a musical number from our very own Ramrod talking about Danny Boy. From what I can only describe, it's pure torture on my ears.
Oh, Danny Boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer.
Now I need to refresh my ramrodded body, my ramrodded eardrums by playing some kick-ass music and telling you how much I'd rather play some Guild Wars 2 right now than watch this pile of ramrodded movie gunk. Guild Wars II is in every way better than this product I'm reviewing today, which is Saints and Soldiers: The Void, because Guild Wars 2 is fun. It's fun to play for an hour, 2 hours, or even more, because the gameplay is engrossing, it's engaging, the story is really good, the personal story is really good. That's it. So anyway, I'm off to play a good tank game entertainment. I highly suggest you check out the award-winning online action game World of Tanks. Go to www.worldoftanks.com and sign up today. It's a World War II action game where you go from like tier 1 tanks all the way up to tier 10. Like you get to play as Mouses, E-100s, stuff that wasn't even made, T-54s, T-29s, T-44s. If there's a World War tank you really like, it is in this game. Now go play it instead of watching this movie.